Welcome to the Stronger Leader podcast, home of the hashtag Stronger movement, where we explore the fascinating tapestry of human experience. I'm your host, Tony Cardello. Each episode, we'll sit down with a remarkable guest to dive into their unique journeys, from successful business leaders to individuals who have faced the darkest of times and emerged stronger, even from some of the inspiring youth of this emerging generation. We'll also cover essential topics on marriage, leadership, as well as spiritual, physical, and mental health, all in hopes to provide you with the tools and motivation to navigate your own life's challenges. Whether you're here to learn, grow, or simply be inspired, there's something for everyone. So get comfy, settle in, and join us as we embark upon this journey together. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button as well. Turn on the notifications so you'll know whenever we drop new content. All right, let's get started. It's all good. Yeah. Welcome to another episode of the Stronger Leader podcast with your host, Tony Cardello. The crowd goes wild. I'm here with my new friend from the great state of Nevada in Las Vegas, Mila Markson. What's up, Mila?
Woo! Hey, Tony.
Well, I am super excited for this. Mila, thank you so much for blessing us with your presence on this and taking some time out of your day. I know you're super busy and you are a girl on the move, man. So thanks for spending some time with us. And, I'm anxious to get to know you a little bit. We got to talk the other day just for a few minutes. I didn't want to waste a full podcast of getting to know you. So I figured I'd wait and we'll get to know you a little bit further on here. So I met Mila because as I've been seeking out a lot of these influencers that I've been getting on the show here, my content algorithm is putting up obviously stuff that I'm interested in, things that I like, right? And I kept seeing you pop up, and I definitely love entrepreneur spirit. And moreover a Christian entrepreneur. So really drawn to that piece of you and what you bring to the table in that regard. So I'm excited to hear more about your life and your story and how you got to where you are and everything else. So why don't we start there with for our visitors and our guests listening? Give us a rundown. Tell us who Mila Markson is, where you're from, where you grew up. We want to know who you were from when you were a little girl on.
Yeah. Thank you for having me here, Tony. It's amazing we got connected on this internet, on this world. And I'm Brazilian. I came from a small town in Brazil. And and I came to USA in 2016. So it's been 10 years that I've been here in USA. Crazy, time flies. But I came from a small town, single mom, raised us like I'm a kid, like the middle child. I have two sisters. And
You were raised by a single mom.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, very good. What's the age differences on your sisters?
2 years difference from each other.
So 2 years younger and 2 years up, right?
Yeah.
You're in the middle, you said.
I am the middle one. Mm-hmm.
All right. And how old are you?
35.
30, yeah, to think about. See, that's when you know you're starting to get old, Mila.
Now I have to think about, but mine is easier because I born in the 90s. So So
that's good
to remember. I'm going to be 36 this year.
I love it. Okay, so, I think everybody would like to know the most basic question is, tell us about, before we get there, I want to know about your upbringing. Like, tell us about what life was like in Brazil.
Yeah. Should I tell a little bit like my story and how I came everything?
Yeah, let's start. Yeah, start with I want to know how you were raised. Were you, so a single mom went, did you have a dad? Obviously biologically you did, but how long was your dad in your life and how involved? And then, did you go through any sort of did you go through any major darkness or turmoil or drama or anything that, little girls shouldn't have to go through or anything like that? So tell us some of that story.
Yeah, so I was raised from with a single mom. My dad and my mom got divorced when we were very young, and when I was born, my mom was Christian already, so I born in a Christian environment, and my dad divorced my mom when I was very young, and I don't remember much, but my mom said that we spent, I think, like 5 years crying for my dad to come back. And during that time, my mom quit her job to raise us, because my great grandma said that no money could ever give like the education that she would give to us. So
Mhm.
during this time was very hard. Like we didn't have much growing up, and it
Did
was.
you did
Mm?
you realize that? Did you know that you guys were poor, that you didn't have much? Did you know that?
I I did because like a lot, like we never had like, oh, go to the store and buy new clothes. I never had that. Like we
Mhm.
would like get like secondhand clothes and go to groceries. My grandpa was the one who would pay for our groceries, and like it wasn't like, oh, mom, I wanted this, can you buy for me? Like, no, we didn't have that. So I knew that we didn't have much. And it was like it was very difficult, and a lot of times like we saw it was God providing for us, right? Like, so when my grandpa started paying for our groceries, that's when we started like every I think it was every month we would go to groceries and pick what we want, because he would cover for us and things like that. So during the time that we were being raised for my mom, and it was only my mom and me and my two sisters.
Mhm.
We were like, my mom said that we would cry every night for my dad to come back. And during that time, my mom would pray every single day for my dad to come back. Then
Mm.
my dad, after like few years, I think I was about like 8 years old when my dad came back to marry with my mom, and they reconciled.
Right. That's right. Yep.
They
Mhm.
reconciled, and that like I came from my city is in the middle of Brazil, right? And when we came, my dad got back to my mom. We moved to the north in Brazil, which is like very far away from my hometown, which all my family is from that town. And then when we moved to that city, that we had to start over because my mom went back with my dad. We had no family at all in that city, and it was a very was one of the hardest time of our lives, because when we went there. My dad was in a good situation, right? But when we went there, he lost everything.
Mm.
So then we went back like having nothing, and there was time that we literally had nothing to eat, like nothing. My dad would travel to work and try to make money. And one of those days, my dad was traveling and it was only at home, my mom, my two sisters. And we came back from school. We had only two breads. That's it, like two breads. No, three breads. Three breads, one for each one, right? So one for
Mhm.
me, one for my sister, and one for my other sister. And when we came back from school, my younger sister and I, we were hungry. We ate our bread, and there was only one, and we were so hungry. So like, let's share one, and we shared the other bread that was for my older sister.
Oh no.
And she didn't. We didn't know, but that was the everything that we had, and we didn't had anything else. And that time,
Mm.
like my sister, when find out she was super hungry and had nothing for her to eat, and my mom had no money, like nothing. So
Mhm.
she started like crying, like not know how she would feed us. And
Mhm.
that day, God sent a friend of her to she went to our house and said that God sent me here and told me to give you 10 reais, which is not even like $1 now if you
Mhm.
convert, like $1 or $2. And and yeah, God sent her friend to give her some money, and then she could like go to the bakery or whatever, to the store, and get food for us and feed us. Otherwise, like we had nothing, like nothing to eat. So it was a struggle, a lot of struggle. I didn't grow up with like having a lot, going to stores and buying stuff, or like having choices and going to groceries. And many times like it was a struggle when we after church we had like this like kind of how can I say? It's like a place where like people would sell food right after church. I don't
Like a
know.
market, like a market, like a
Yeah,
farmer's market.
Yeah, they would sell like some snacks and stuff. Like so, everybody after church go into the back of the church to buy foods and stuff like that, and it would help with the church. And every time like we wanna go and we never had money, and we would ask my dad like, please. Please, Dad. Like, I will share with my sister, but like he didn't have any money to help to buy for us. So it was a lot of scarcity, like a lot of scarcity. If I,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that was how I grew up, and I grew up like being the child, the introvert kid. No one like never thought I would become someone. Like I'm the middle child. My two sisters always was the outgoing, the overachievers. You know, like everything like that. And I was the always like the lost one, the introvert. Like the yeah. So that was pretty much my life child.
Interesting. So at that, so being lost, when you say that, did you ever get into anything bad? Like, did you ever start drinking, like in your teenage, or drugs or anything like that? So
No.
you weren't completely lost. That's good.
Yeah, I wasn't yeah. Lost that I mean like professionally and what
I
I would
got it.
do for my life and, and things like that. But I grew up in a Christian house, right? Like my mom was she had like she was a woman of faith since the beginning. So I grew up going to churches. So I never went to this path of drinking and drugs and
Got it.
parties. That
Yep.
never like caught my eyes, like never.
Good, good. Well, that's great. So, well, obviously, I'm gonna assume the motivation for your success now and what you do probably stems from that childhood of having nothing, right? Like you probably don't ever want to go back there, right? And go
Yeah,
back to that poor and not knowing what you're going to eat, right? And
yeah,
so, do you ever feel like in that moment? That's great. Thank you for sharing that. And that's I think it's super important that also. Do you ever find yourself in like a we what we say, in American, like in a rat race, meaning like you're like in the hamster wheel, you're just chasing, like you're just chasing money, chasing money, chasing. It's like, when does this ever end? Do you ever feel like sometimes you ever feel exhausted, and maybe you're doing it for all the wrong reasons or anything like that? Or do you feel good and fulfilled, going out being an entrepreneur? And then moreover, are you doing fulfilling stuff with what you're doing? I know the answer. I think you are a little bit, but do you feel fulfilled in what you're doing?
yeah. I do feel fulfilled on what I do now, and even now that I'm bringing more of that part of my life, because like I. That's the big part of my life is God and Jesus and all my faith, right? So this is a really big part of my life, and now that I'm bringing more of this in my content and show like my faith and my values, it's bringing me more like fulfillment. And I think like if I never start sharing more, like we would never have connected, right?
Mhm.
And yeah, I feel fulfilled, but for a long time I didn't, like I didn't, I felt on this like hamster wheel,
Mhm.
as you say.
Yeah. Yep.
um yeah, so
That's
yeah.
good. So, tell me about your parents now. Are they alive still? Still living?
Yeah, they still alive, thank God. My parents got divorced again.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we
Oh,
went back to we went to not to north in Brazil. They spent together, I feel like 7 years, and then they got divorced again. It was a very hard time because they couldn't they were just not good together. So there was a
mhm.
lot of fighting and like disagreement, and not like healthy. Um,
Was your father a Christian?
he is,
Yeah.
yeah. I love my dad, but that time was a he he's a hard he has like a strong personality. Let's say, let's put that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it was a lot of disagreement. They were not good together. So my mom finally had enough. So they got a divorce, and then we came back to close to my city, with Paracatu, the name. So we went back, and my dad stayed there. Yeah, but they're alive, not together anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they both still in Brazil? They live back in Brazil still?
Yes. Hmm.
Any desire for mom to? What about your sisters? Are your sisters in Brazil or are they in the States?
So I have one sister that lives 10 minutes away from me. So
Okay.
that's good. At least I have some family here.
Yeah.
And I have another one that it's back in Brazil. So my mom is in my hometown. My younger sister moved to São Paulo. My older sister is 10 minutes away. And my dad stayed like in another city in Brazil. So we all like spread.
All over. Yeah.
Yeah, all over.
How often do you get to go back and see your mom and your sister in Brazil?
I go at least once a year.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I went there last time January last year, and I was wanting to go this summer again because I have a little niece. My my younger sister just had a baby. Like not just like she's turning 2 right now, and I want to be closer to her. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So, has your mom ever been to the United States to see you? Have you had her come up?
Yes, she
Okay,
come
good.
almost like almost once a year or once every other year.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so she was here last year in October. Her and my niece, my son, my sister, they came. Yeah,
That's great. That's
yeah.
great. So, what was the turning point? What brought you to the United States? What made you want to go? Did you come first or did your other sister come first?
I came first. To be honest, I came first. The first
So the
time that
quiet little shy, lost girl decides I'm going to go to America.
I'm leaving this.
in Las Vegas. Yeah, did you start in Las Vegas?
I came first in LA, not to Vegas.
Oh, I
Vegas.
mean, that's even better. Yeah. So you're this quiet, shy girl who, doesn't know what you want. You just like throw yourself into one of the biggest cities in America. So tell me about that. That's got to be a great story in itself. What made you decide you want to do that? What were you thinking you were coming for? To be an actress?
Never. I would be hungry. So I came the first time in the end of 2014 with an ex-boyfriend that I had that time. And as I told you, like I'm the middle child, the lost one. I never knew what I wanted to be, like professional, what I wanted to do, right? Like I started college and quit like so many times that no one would take me serious anymore. My older sister, she was an architecture. My younger sister went to the law school, and I was just like hanging there, like I went to business administration. That's the degree in Brazil. I don't know if it applies here. What the name would be applied here, but
That's it. Yeah.
yeah, but that don't give you like any, like it's so. What do you do? So
Yeah,
I
no
was so lost.
credentials, really.
Yeah. So I like my boyfriend by that time, he wanted to go, and I was like, okay, let's try, like because everybody like go
So
to.
he was Brazilian.
He's Brazilian. He was.
Okay. All right. Got it.
So it was all like trying like the American dream, like
Yeah.
get a like better life or something. And then I came with him, and we spent 5 months here. That time, like I got some nanny jobs and other like cleaning. One of the first things that I had, like gigs that I had, was I would go to help out this roommate that I had, and during the night we would go to the office and clean the office. So I would help him like the bathrooms and stuff during the night, because that's like after work. So I spent 5 months here, and after like when on the last month that I was here, my family started like making my life crazy, like calling my mom, my one of my uncles actually, calling my mom like, Mila can't be there, like she has to come back to Brazil, like she's not gonna be there, like bring her, you have to talk with her, she has to come back, whatever. So my family kept like calling me and whatever, telling me to go back. And I went back. I told my boyfriend by that time, like, let's go back. We made the decision. We went back to Brazil. And I spent 8 months back in Brazil. And when you live outside, when you live abroad and then you come back, it's very hard because the life that you left is not the same anymore. Like life went on, right? So everything was different, and was a lot of a struggle for me. Like was very hard for me during these 8 months. And during these 8 months, one thing's like that I noticed, because when I as me growing up, everything that I would do, it was thinking about others, right? Think about my family, pleasing my family, what my family wants me to do, or my family wants me to go to this college, to do this degree, like what they would think about me, all this stuff. So all my life I did what they would think about me.
Yeah.
And during this time, after coming back to Brazil during these 8 months, no one from my family, like this uncle, never called me, never sent me any message. Any other uncle or aunt, I have a big family. No one called me or sent me any message to see how I was doing, to see if everything was okay, if I need anything, if nothing. So that time, like, that was the flip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a flip for me. That like I have only one life. I might as well try and do something for me. And if it
Yeah.
doesn't work out, at least I will. When I get old, I'm gonna look back and I had a life that I tried, and like I did things for my own and decide for myself other than others. And that was when I learned that, like I for that on, I started like making decisions on what I want to do, not just like what my family will think about me, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. I think that to bring that into perspective, I think that line of thinking of what you're talking about is healthy, right? A lot of you could be misconstrued, and somebody might say, "Well, that's selfish," because you spent your whole life doing people pleasing, right? You're a people pleaser, obviously.
Right.
You want to make everybody else happy, and that's okay. That's a good quality, but not at the expense of your own. If you're miserable, and you're doing everything for everybody else, that's not good. That's not healthy. But I think that
Yeah.
if you can, and they always, the thing is your cup has to be full in order for you to be able to give and pour into anyone else, right? And so,
Exactly.
so I think that, and it looks from my side, and knowing just a little bit about you and see what I see, it looks like that's what's happening. You've been able to fill your own cup, and now, like you said, you're now getting to a point where you're bolder in your faith, and you're starting to project that more into the space, and you're drawing in people like me, people that are like-minded, the same faith base, entrepreneur in spirit still. But yeah, so good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Stepping down a little bit, right?
It's,
You've got your own identity now, right?
yeah.
Mila knows who Mila is and what Mila wants now. You're not lost anymore.
Yeah. It took me a while. Like all my family saw me like as this fragile girl, like I never stand up for myself. I always like do for whatever I had to do for. I would prefer me being upset with myself than make someone else upset.
Yeah.
So it gets to a moment that like you need to stand up for yourself, and like we have only one life, right? So.
Good. Well, you're, you definitely don't seem like a spicy little Brazilian girl. You seem like a really sweet girl, and I could see where you would be a people pleaser.
Yeah.
So that's good. Well, now that you're focused on yourself and got yourself right. Now you are able to do things for others and help others, and that's what you're doing. So let's talk a little bit about that. Let's talk about your transition. So you nannied. So you okay? Well, hold on. So let's talk about the flip when you moved.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, peace. I'm out of here. I'm heading back to the States. What were you with your boyfriend at the time when you came back the second time?
So the second time when I came back, my younger sister came with me.
Okay.
I didn't have any money that time, like nothing. So I had.
What was your plans when
I
you
didn't.
came?
My,
I'm gonna figure it out. Did you have anywhere to stay? I mean, did you did you
I
have anything? I want to know what you had, like something lined up, right? You had
yeah.
to have something at least.
I had just one friend that I knew in LA from the first time that
Before,
I went there, and she was willing to like have us as a roommate. That's all.
Okay.
So we were like roommates with her, one bedroom apartment.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah. So we got to that. So when I decided, okay, let's go back, that's the only person that I knew. I didn't have money. Like the only thing that I have was like 900 something, so almost $1,000 for my sister and I. And I had to ask to borrow money to buy the tickets to come here. So we came in February 2016, and yeah, so we went to be a roommate with her. So it was like one bedroom apartment for 3 girls, and for a long time, like it was one queen bed, king bed, queen. I don't know.
Queen's the middle, like the middle. King's a real big one, and then the next one down is Queen.
King. So
Okay.
maybe it was king, because then my sister and I, we would switch. Like one day we would share the bed with the girl, and one would sleep on the floor, right? Like with what is the thing when you camping? You bring like
A sleeping bag.
yes, a sleeping bag. Sorry, my English is not the best one. So we would switch, like one night, one sleep on this like sleeping bag, and the other one like would share the bed with the girl. And we stayed there for like for months. And when I finally found a job, so in the beginning you would like try to go to all these like
Tell me
Facebook.
about your immigration papers at that time. Were you just on a visa, on a green card? What is the term? Is that
Tourist
tourist
visa.
tourist visa? And how
Yeah,
long are those good for?
6 months.
Okay, so you got
Yeah.
to re-up that every 6 months, or do you got to go back and come back? How does that work?
So when you come with the tourist visa, you have like 6 months to stay. During this time, you can apply to extend for another 6 months.
Hmm.
And if you wanna like stay here with the papers and stuff, what you can do is switch your visa to become a student, right? So you have to find a school that you can that sponsors this type of visa,
Hmm.
and you have to pay for the school to like keep your visa, and that's what I did. So we applied to extend our visa, and then I switched to student.
Got it.
Yeah,
Got it. Okay.
yeah.
What
So
kind of now? There's probably, I'll bet you there's like a lot of different schools that participate in those sponsorship programs, right? It doesn't have to be like the traditional like college. It could be there's all kind of there's there trade schools that you can go into, and
yeah.
barber, beautician, electricity, whatever, right? There's probably a bunch of different schools that have that sponsorship.
Yeah, there is a few schools that hold this visa. I went first to like to study the language, right? Because I came here without speaking
Oh
any
wow.
language. So like,
So your friend that let you stay with the her, it was a girl, right?
yeah, it was
Yeah,
a girl.
she was she Brazilian?
Yeah, it was Brazil.
And are you still friends with her today? Are you still
Yeah.
friends? You are? Okay.
Now we are. We had like a hard time.
Yeah, yeah.
Like she met Jesus, changed a lot, and we just reconciled. We don't talk much, but every time we talk is the same, like nothing, no hard feelings at all.
Good, good. Okay. All right. So so you go to school, you start going to school for English, right?
Yes. After that, yeah. So I started working as a nanny And that like we were living in LA, so we were living in the valley, and the only job that I found was like close to the airport. So I would have to go to get like 4 buses to go to that job, and
Yeah,
four
because you don't have a car. Yeah,
no,
you don't have a car. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. And so in the total was like 8 buses to go back and forth to make
Hmm.
$60 a day. Uh,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, a lot was only to pay the buses, but
Yeah, right. Yeah.
when you are on a situation that you really wanna change your life, and you have to do what you have to do. So like I didn't have choice. I couldn't like be picky. I didn't have money and I needed money, so I would wake up 4 a.m. to go get buses to be there at 8. Um and yeah, so after that, my sister decided to come back to Brazil in 2016, the end of 2016. She decided to go back to Brazil, and at that time I was dating my husband, right, my boyfriend by that time. And so he because she came back, I didn't like, we were living, my sister and I, we were living in an office, not with the roommate anymore, but like an office with no kitchen at all.
Right.
And decided to go back to Brazil. I don't know what I was going to do. So my husband, so like, let's live together. And it was hard because like being a Christian, like how you gonna live with him without being married.
Right.
And my mom was hard for her to accept, but he wrote her an email to like, I'm gonna take care of her, don't worry about it. So she accepted. But yeah, so when after living with him, I did no, before I was changing, I changed my visa to tourist. So I was like going to school to learn English in the night, and would spend the whole day like working as a nanny. So like was working during the whole day, and then going to the school in the night. Yeah, and come back.
How hard was it to learn English?
Actually, when you live in the culture, when you live the
Yeah, that's
culture, it's
true. Yeah.
not that it's
You're
easier.
you're
Not like,
immersed. You got to be immersed in it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So my mom, like, she's trying to learn English, but I know it's hard for her because like
No one's there to talk to her.
yeah, yeah. It's like it's only hard to try. But when you're here, like you immerse, everything you hear, it's English. Like you have to. So
Yeah.
it was not as difficult. Not
Yeah.
easy, but not as difficult.
I could see that. Any dreams and hopes of mom moving here with you? You trying to get her to move?
We thought about it, but I know it's hard for her because like she doesn't speak English. But if she has to, like, if she wants, we wanna get her the document so she can come back. And also we have a sister there, so I tell her like, I think her life when she retires, like, is gonna be 1/3 of the year with my younger sister, 1/3 of the year with me, and 1/3 of the year with my
Yeah.
older sister. She's gonna be like traveling.
Yeah, that'll be fun. There you go. Your husband Jacob, right? Is
Mm-hmm.
that right?
Yes.
Yeah. How's he doing? Is he good? He doing
Yes.
all right? Good,
Yeah.
good.
It's great.
He's got his auto detailing business going, right?
Yeah, he started now doing like something that he's passionate about. He loves it. Like he's
Well, the one thing about Las Vegas, there's a lot of nice cars out there.
it does. It does.
Yeah.
So for people who is like car enthusiastic, it's like a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I bet. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So he loves
Okay.
it.
So you do you ever get a job like at a corporate business or anything, where you go, you clock in, you work for an hourly wage, anything like that? Or did you always have like private type jobs like nannying and stuff like that? Or did you ever actually go to a actual business?
No. So in 2019, I was not wanting to be a nanny anymore. Like, I love kids, never wanted to be a nanny for the rest of my life. So in 2019, when I started looking for other jobs, of other opportunities, I applied for a lot of entry level jobs. but I didn't have a perfect English. I still don't. I didn't have much experience, so I was struggling a lot, right? Like I couldn't find any opportunities. The only opportunity that I found was at Zara, that to be
Like a salesperson.
yeah, on the
Yeah.
like on the floor, right?
Yeah.
But that I think I went there for maybe like 3 days or like
Mhm.
1 week or something like that, and I
Yeah.
quit because like had the weekends to you had to work on the weekends and stuff like that, and uh they didn't like pay that much. It was my nanny job was making more than the Zara one, so I was like, there's no point. And then I quit. I quit with one week.
So what'd you do after that? Did
Huh?
you go back to Did you go back to nannying? Did you
Yeah,
go?
I
Okay.
went back to nanny.
Did you go back to the family that you were? Did you have one family or multiple? One.
Uh, on my last years as a nanny, I had just one. Yeah.
Just one family.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. Good.
Yeah.
So what made you decide to walk away from that, and what'd you do then when you finally walked away from nannying for good? What'd you start doing? How did you
So
make that leap?
yeah. Was another flip that I had, right? I was talking about that yesterday. One of the places that I applied for these opportunities was Chase Bank,
Okay.
and I did I think I did, and this was 7 years ago. So I think I did an interview. I don't remember, but one time the recruiter called me, and when I think like after he sees my resume, he was rude with me. He said like, Go back, go to Macy's, apply to Macy's, go work to Macy's, and after 1 year you can apply to us." So he was so rude about it, and like my world like crushed. My husband, I got so mad with him because I was crying because
Yeah.
the guy was mean with me. My husband sent
Oh,
him an email. Anyway, so that was when I found like maybe the regular route, right, is not gonna be for me. So that's when I started like I feel like I always had like an entrepreneurship vein on me,
mhm,
you know. When
mhm.
I like growing up, I think I always was trying to sell something, trying to make some money, doing something.
Right.
So that's when I started looking for like going to the internet and looking for like what I could do. And I started when I was still being a nanny. I started looking for starting an esthetician school. So I
Mhm.
enrolled to esthetician school because maybe I do something with beauty because I love all this like girly stuff, beauty. I love
Hello,
it.
gorgeous. Your son. Yeah.
The logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought like maybe that's it. Like I'm gonna be an esthetician. So I enrolled to the school, but that I think I didn't do 1 month and I quit too. So you see that it's a pattern. Quitting is like a pattern in my life. I guess like, but thank God not anymore. But yeah, so I started in less than 1 month. I quit because when I went to the school and started looking for all these things, I did like eyelash training to do like eyelash lifting and eyelash extension. I did all this
Hey,
stuff.
hang on one second. We got some
Yeah,
feedback here. Okay. All right. Go ahead. There
yeah.
was some feedback.
Yeah, so we had I was like doing all this training, going to school for esthetician, and that's when I started actually looking how to market, right? Because I did the course to learn how to do eyelash, but then how do I get clients? And I started seeing people talking about digital marketing, online marketing,
Hmm.
and then I became so obsessed with that. They're like, okay, I don't care about esthetician anymore. Like, I am just gonna, I'm just gonna quit. And that's how, yeah, that's how I transitioned to the online marketing side.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So tell me, I've seen some of your sales numbers that you've done monthly. Tell me about your first dollar that you made, on the internet when the first bit of money you made? What was it? What'd you do that actually started monetizing for you?
So I started with drop shipping, right? So I tested a lot of ways online online business and stuff. So that was with a drop shipping, was a store, an e-commerce with Shopify, and I think the first sale was actually in July. We were celebrating my sister's birthday, and I got the sales. I was like, oh my god! And by the time I was doing for Brazil, so was not even in dollar, but I was like, oh my god, this is it's crazy. Like, how can I make some money any kind of like from the internet? And I was just so excited. That was the first sale I ever did online.
What
Yeah.
was it that you sold?
I'm not,
The product?
I don't remember the product specific. What was the product?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember. What was it? It was something with girl beauty, like
I gotcha.
beauty stuff. Oh, I think maybe it was like an some device to like do the eyeshadow or something like that. The eyebrow.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, so you start seeing, all right, well, this is good. I can monetize. I can make some money. What's your next move? What do you start doing next after that? Because you
Yeah.
obviously start getting into some more.
Yeah. So job shipping didn't work out. We did some money, then we lost a lot of money, and it was the middle of the pandemic. So I started seeing people talking about affiliate
What
marketing.
was Jacob doing during this time?
He
Was he doing it with you?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
Okay.
He was a producer.
Got it.
Yeah, he was a producer, and so I by the time like I was lost again because job shipping didn't work out. We lost a lot of money, and I didn't tell my husband because I was just trying figure out something, and I started seeing people talking about affiliate marketing and this and that, and that was okay. So maybe that's it. I think this is gonna work. I need to let me try. I think this is gonna be the path. Like I see some potential, but when I went to talk with my husband, because I didn't have any skills, like I didn't know what it was that I didn't know anything, funnel, email marketing, upsell, down, like anything, right? So I knew I needed the skills. So when I went to my husband, I said like, hey, let's invest in this program. I need to learn some skills. I think that's it. I think this is, this is what I want to do. He was like, no, we're not going to invest in this, like enough. By that time, we were married already. But deep in my heart, like I knew that I needed to learn these skills. I need to learn this, and I think that's it. So I went ahead on his back, and and I got the program to learn, and then that's how things like start shifting. Everything starts shifting. Yeah.
Yeah. So you start your affiliate marketing. Give the listeners just like a little bit of a taste what exactly affiliate marketing is. What is that? Is that basically where, like for instance, I've got this the mod projects. It is it's an Apple. It's an Apple watch case, like a band for your Apple Watch.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I've got the rose gold one here. So they sent me one. And I talk about it on the podcast sometimes. And then they gave me my own link. So if I send people to the site, like I've only done one. So my buddy bought one and it paid me $60 for him buying it. Is that affiliate marketing? Is that what that is?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, it's you promoting products for the companies and they pay you commission when someone buy through your link. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So that I started that in 2021, and that's when everything started to change. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see where it could. It's it takes a while to get it going and building it up, right? And I think for the success in that, since you don't have to invest in a product like buy inventory, right? Because
Yeah.
it's theirs, and but the investment you have to make is probably in equipment. You got to invest your time into doing content because you have to get followers, and you got to build up a following so people, that doesn't a big following help push your algorithm?
Not anymore. I think like you don't that the amount of followers you have doesn't matter anymore. It's more about the content. But
Content, yeah.
the good part about affiliate is that you just have to worry about the marketing side. So you don't have to get the inventory, like all the custom service, the shipment, inventory, all the stuff like that. It's all about for the business, right? So you just worry about the fun part of the business, that is like marketing and stuff like that. And you can do like creating content and building an audience and being there, but there is also ways that you can do without building an audience and without building a following, just like on the back end. For example, if you use paid advertising, you can just do through that route. But yeah, basically that's what it
So
is.
do you, as an affiliate marketing, would you ever recommend? Does anybody do you put ad spend behind any of your content to push it out?
No,
No, it goes okay.
everything organic. Yeah,
Yeah, so you just do good content that
yeah,
catches the algorithm, right?
yeah, yeah. That's the next step. I want to start doing paid advertising because that's part of the online space, right? On the line in marketing. But right now, it's for me, it's everything organic. So I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, on Threads, on TikTok, and YouTube.
Got it.
Yeah,
Very good. Very good.
yeah.
What is the most money you've made in 1 month since you started doing all this?
300,000.
You made $300,000 in 1 month?
Yeah.
Oh
Or
my God.
yeah, over 300,000 in 1 month.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. That's
yeah,
fantastic.
yeah. It's
So
crazy. Like
do you ever go in this space? Is it okay? So we say feast or famine. Have you ever heard that
no.
terminology? So is it like 1 month you can make 300,000 and then like for 2 or 3 months you don't make anything, or do you always have something at play?
I feel it depends. A lot of people like a lot of times you can like have a really great month and something like you don't make much. But since I've started, I've been able like to have like a good income every month,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah. So for
Good.
me, like I think also because like you also work for yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and so like you can go harder or
Yeah.
lighter as you want,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, but that's why I talk about the skills, right? Because I feel like through since I started looking for all this online marketing, I've been so obsessed and like passionate about, because it is like something that I love studying. I love learning about it. I love it. I feel like I finally found something that I'm passionate about. Like
Yeah.
I love it,
Yeah.
and
You're good at it.
yeah, I I
That
guess.
helps. What helps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I say, because during this time, like I've been on social media and doing this like since 2021, so it's going to be like 5 years already, and I've seen a lot of people like come and go, come making a lot of money, and then like they don't know how to keep it up because they
Mhm.
just like got lucky
Yeah.
to go viral, and then like made the money, but they don't know how to keep it up because they didn't learn the skills.
Yeah.
uh, and yeah, so I feel like I'm a good student, so like
Yeah. That's great.
I'm always like learning and stuff. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Okay, so what's like some big goals for you? Give me, are you working on any big projects right now? You-
Big project, just like more structuring my business, because like I started with affiliate marketing, and then since 2024 I've been switching more on my offers, and now like since last year I'm all like my offers, and when you have all your own offers and your own products, is totally different. So like more structuring the business, the products, but not like I for me, I don't want to like I scale business. I don't want to have a big team handle, like I want to make what the most that I can make, still having a lean team. So
Hmm.
that's what I want. And for me, like my biggest, like what I work for is like I want to give everything for my mom, and like um, she retired her, like, and provide everything, like she never have to worry about anything. So that's just, yeah.
I love that. I love
Hmm.
that. So you doing coaching? Are you doing like online coaching for this type of stuff? Are you teaching yet?
I do teach. I have my programs, like my digital products, where I put
Okay.
everything, like I test, and then I share everything, like I don't keep anything. uh but I don't do like much coach,
Mm.
I don't know, I don't love the uh I don't know. I'm doing more like low ticket, and that's like my game. I love this, but I know it's something that I could do it. I have a lot of people like asking, like, can you mentor me? Like, do you take 101? But yeah, it's not something I do yet.
Yeah, you just don't. Well, you may not have the heart for it either, right? That may not be something you like doing.
Yeah, maybe not something like, I don't know. I love sharing everything that I'm doing, and I see like people getting the results and stuff. I love that. But yeah, I don't know if I never done actually like one-on-one coaching like that, so I don't know if I love it. But right now it's like I'm so in peace with what I'm doing, uh, that I don't know, is maybe in the future.
We'll see what so tell us what some of the products are that you offer now.
Yeah.
What are you offering?
So why not, one of the main ones that I do is like I'm teaching people how monetize on Instagram with the low ticket products, and how to get more traffic, and how to automate it, everything on Instagram, and you sell your low ticket product. Basically, that's it. It's called Insta Profit System. And my husband started putting action on everything. He started doing his detailing, because like he never had an Instagram before, and he loves cars, detailing car. He watched like YouTube people like cleaning car and stuff. And I told him like, why don't you start creating content about that? Something you love it,
Yeah.
right? Like why you can monetize that. So he last year he created his first Instagram ever, and now he started building his following, building his audience, and start monetizing. And yeah, that's basically that's what the main one that I have now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I love that. I love that. So tell us how now, because you've stepped into your faith, you started being bolder with your faith. How are you incorporating your faith now into what you're doing?
Yeah. So one of the pillars, because I'm a content creator, right? Like I created the content, and one of the pillars, I have like some content pillars that I share on my content, and one of them now, like I'm sharing more about my faith, like what I like some beliefs that I have, and like some lessons or whatever, like what I feel. I'm incorporating more my faith throughout my content. So yeah, that's how I'm doing. And I start for a long time. Like I always share, like on my stories, things when I go to church and things like that. But I never talk too much about my faith, and it's something that it's part of who I am, right? Like my whole life. It's
Absolutely.
it's my whole life. So yeah, it's something that I'm being more bold about it. Yeah.
Well, I think if it's me telling you, I think it's your obligation to do that because looking now and understanding the path of your life, it wasn't exactly easy and straight up, right?
No.
It's an awesome story. It's a story of chasing the American dream. The classic story of an immigrant coming over from nothing and coming over with nothing, from nothing, and making something of yourself with the resources that are available in America. I mean, you did it, girl. You've actually you're
Yeah.
living the American dream, right?
Yeah.
In fact, you're living wild fantasies of what some Americans, don't even ever accomplish. And so,
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. I'm super proud of you, and
Thank
I'm
you.
happy for you. I can see the joy in your. I could see your spirit. Your
Yeah.
spirit's light, and I could tell you're loving what you're doing. And I just hope that God continues to bless you, and that you continue to be bold in your faith, because that is that is exactly what your purpose is, right? God has blessed you by being with you through all those years, the highs and the lows, and seeing you through all of this, and giving you now a platform
Yeah.
to glorify Him, right?
Yes,
So,
exactly. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. And I always pray like it's all the glory to him. Like it's none. I if it wasn't him, I wouldn't be here. So I
yeah,
don't, And I have a lot of I don't know what is the word in English, but I never want the. I have a lot of, how can I say English? I wanna, like, I don't, because sometimes like money can change you, right? Like
yeah,
some people like come in like money change you, and you getting
yeah.
like a following, and then like all of a sudden you are a different person. And I don't ever never wanted this to happen in me. And I think that's God, like God like bless me, because I think he sees my heart, that I'm not like attached to the money,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Keeps you humble. You don't forget where you came from.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
remember,
yeah,
man, this is all a blessing, right?
yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
you know what is funny, Tony? Because when I was in Brazil, when during college, right, one of the jobs that I had there, I was working in an office that we had like some Christian people too, like some Christians. And one of the day, one pastor came, and he started praying for all of us. And not only one time, but if two times it happened, and for two different people. One of these pastor, he said that he had a vision and saw me having like a very uh prosper, like a lot
Mhm.
of prosperity.
Prosperous. Mhm.
Yeah. And another pastor, he had like he would he was a friend of my mom, and he always would come and pray for us. And he saw like he had some not professor.
Prophetic. Prophetic.
Yes, so he said some stuff. He saw, not saw, but like God would tell him. And one of the things that he said for me,
Prophesying. That's
yeah,
prophesying. Yeah.
he saw me like with a lot of prosperity too.
Yeah.
So like two pastors
That's great.
said that. Yeah,
And here you are.
yeah,
They weren't wrong. That's
yeah.
great. Okay, so I got two more questions for you. What's what's your goal? Like, what do you, if you could write the perfect story, like where do you want this thing to end up?
Where I want to end up, I wanted to uh, reach more women, right? Like I feel like I'm called to serve women.
Hmm.
So I want to be able to help more women, and like keep building this community, and like a strong community of Christians and women and stuff like that. And it's be able, like as I told you, to also retire my mom,
Yeah,
uh you know provide everything for her, and like make sure all my family also is like taken care of. Yeah.
that's great. I love that. Okay, last question. I always leave all my guests with this. Well, first of all, was there anything that you hoped we would talk about that we didn't, that you want to talk about? Was there anything?
Not that I think of.
Okay, I think we covered a lot of ground.
We talk a lot, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, very good. Very good. Okay. So these videos are going to play for until Jesus comes back. It could be tomorrow, but it could
Never
be
know.
hundreds of years from now. So these videos are going to be out on the internet for a long time. And there's probably going to be maybe some little Brazilian girl that moves to the States and sees your video. 100 years from now, or just anybody, if anybody watches this video in 100 years from now, what kind of message would you want to tell them? We're going to be dead and gone, and we're going to be in heaven. But what would you, Mila, today like to tell somebody 100 years from now?
Yeah, that your past doesn't define your future. Your current situation is not your final destination. And it doesn't matter where what you are living right now, right? If God has a plan for you, no matter what, and be bold enough to hear the voice, because a lot of times, I think the Holy Spirit put things on our heart, right? And we need to be bold enough to listen and do it, and So I would say that your past doesn't define your future.
Amen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, God bless you, sister. I appreciate you so much, and thank you. And I hope that you and I can stay connected and follow each other and keep an eye on what each other are doing. And hopefully one day, my goal is maybe to be on a stage and preaching the gospel somewhere at some point.
I would love to see that. Yeah.
We go out to Vegas every now and again too. So the next time I make my way to Vegas, I'll have to call you, and we'll me and my wife and your husband or something, we'll go grab a coffee or lunch or something.
Yes, please let us know. Yeah, and next time you come here, we gotta go do something.
Yeah, exactly. All right, my girl, I'm gonna hit my little outro button here. Hang tight when I stop the recording, and we'll chat for a second, okay?
All right. Thank you so much, Tony.
Yeah, you got it. Well, that's another successful episode of the Stronger Leader podcast. And I'll tell you what, if you like this message, hit that like and subscribe button, because there'll be more to follow. And as always, hit that bell so you get all the notifications when the new stuff drops. And be good, be blessed, and be stronger. Peace.